What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dollar Mike back at again with another video. In this video, we're actually going to talk about some Bitcoin stuff, some stock market stuff. We're going to put those two things together and basically give you guys some solid Bitcoin stocks that you can invest in instead of investing in Bitcoin. Or if you want to invest in Bitcoin, then you can go ahead and do that, obviously. But basically, this video is going to be 10 different stocks that basically correlate to Bitcoin. So if you want to invest in these stocks, then you'll partially be investing in Bitcoin. You could say something like that. But overall, you're just investing in the future. So either way, because Bitcoin is the future, cryptocurrency is the future. So you should be invested in some of these, maybe all of these, maybe not. All comes down to you, but I'm going to give you guys all the details right here in this video. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Before we jump in, I always appreciate it if you guys could drop a like on the video. That pushes the video out to more people, let more people see the video, everything like that. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get up-to-date news every single time I drop a video. Past that, make sure you get yourself some free stocks and free other things linked down below in the description. You'll get a whole bunch of free stuff down there. Free stocks, 2 free stocks with Webull, other stuff, free cryptocurrency. It's all linked down below. So just check out those links if you're interested. Now, Bitcoin, as we all know, cryptocurrency, as we all know, has been taking over the world. Digital assets in general has been taking over the world. It's taking the world by storm. People are investing in Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Cardio. I think some people were jumping on the Cardio not too long ago and they made a lot of money off Cardio. I think that's what it's called, a Cardeo, or I don't know how you pronounce it. Let me know in the description down below. Either way, cryptocurrency is taking off. The world is changing, and it's basically good just to be in front of it. So why not go and invest in some cryptocurrency related stocks to make yourself some more money and invest yourself into the future? So like I said before, in this video, we're going to talk about 10 different stocks, and we're actually just going to run the list. So let's actually just start with the first one I have on the list. Ticker symbol MSTR, or MicroStrategy, is actually the first one and the most expensive stock on this list for you to purchase. Overall, MicroStrategy is just a small cybersecurity company. But the thing that makes them enormous is the amount of Bitcoin that they actually own. MicroStrategy owns over 90,000 Bitcoins, the most I know of any company publicly traded on the stock market. So MicroStrategy owns 90,000 Bitcoins. So multiply 90,000 times whatever Bitcoin's price is right now, and that's how much money they basically got worth in Bitcoin right now. And trust me, it's a lot. My calculator does not compute it. It's that simple. So since they own that much Bitcoin respectively, the price reflects them actually owning that amount of Bitcoin on the stock market. So much so that when Bitcoin's price goes up, so does MicroStrategy's price, and when it comes down, so does MicroStrategy's price as well. I honestly believe if Bitcoin hits $100,000 a coin, then MicroStrategy's price or share price will be about $2,500 equivalent. So if you want to jump in, then jump in. Literally, only reason I invest in MicroStrategy is because of how much Bitcoin they actually have. Past that, I mean, I guess they're a pretty decent cybersecurity company. I haven't looked too much into it, but overall, they're a pretty solid company. Either way, their financials are great because of Bitcoin, so not too bad of an investment. You know, jump in if you want to jump in, dollar cost average in. Don't put too much of your portfolio in, but don't put too much of your portfolio in really anything. So there you go. That's that on that. And this is all for entertainment purposes only. Let's go on to the second one. The second stock on this list, of course, is Tesla, a fan favorite. As we all know, Tesla has the car industry under wraps. They have the energy industry under wraps. They have the AI industry under wraps, as well as the space industry connected to Elon Musk and SpaceX. So they got a lot going on over there at Tesla, and they're making a lot of money from it. Either way, they have converted a little bit of their money, a little bit of their cash into Bitcoin. Tesla has over $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure they will be investing more into Bitcoin, and you can also use Bitcoin as a payment when buying future Teslas. Either way, Elon Musk might not like Bitcoin as much as he likes other cryptocurrencies, but you cannot deny the fact that the man knows about the future. He's been investing himself into the future, all of his companies and businesses into the future, and he sees cryptocurrency as the future. So grab some Bitcoin because it makes the most sense, because that's the most valuable asset right now in the cryptocurrency world. So he got some Bitcoin, and I think you should as well. But you know, entertainment purposes only. We're just on here having fun. So let's move on to the third stock. The third stock I'm here to mention on this list is PayPal. PayPal is in the finance and information technology industry, or the fintech industry for short. If you didn't know, you know now. Overall, PayPal invested a little bit of their cash into Bitcoin, but the main thing with PayPal is they support cryptocurrencies as a whole, so that's good to know when it comes to the future of PayPal and transaction payments and stuff on their websites, on their mobile apps, on everything like that. PayPal has been around for some time now, and overall, every single day, it looks like they're supporting cryptocurrencies as well as digital assets as a whole more and more. And just recently, PayPal announced that they're buying Curve, C-U-R-V. Curve is partnered with firms like eToro and Falcon X, so if you're interested in either one of those platforms, if you use those platforms, because I know those ads show up in my videos, I know you've seen those eToro ads on my videos, on other people's finance videos, on TV, everywhere. But either way, that is recent news. PayPal's definitely for cryptocurrency for the future, 100%. They're pushing all their assets to cryptocurrency. Obviously, they already have the fintech market under wraps anyway. A lot of people use PayPal. I trust PayPal 100%. I've been using them for years, especially through eBay when I used to go and sell stuff all the time. So yeah, PayPal's solid. It's really solid. So either way, solid stuff there. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, we have ticker symbol SQ or Square. Square is another fintech company that 100% believe in going forward throughout the next couple of years. And honestly, over the past couple of years, I would say they redefined the entire industry. So I'm pretty big on Square. I only have an option right now on Square, but I do plan on buying some more shares or some shares of Square. Overall, I do like Square. I think you should invest in it in general. Just before even any of the Bitcoin talk, I think you should just generally invest in Square. I think they're pretty solid. So if you don't know, Square actually owns the famous app Cash App. In January of 2021, Square, or Cash App basically, saw 1 million users, yes, 1 million of their users go on and buy their first little shares of Bitcoin. Now, obviously, Square has a lot of users, but when you see 1 million users on your platform go and invest in something that's basically been called speculative for the past 7-8 years, then they might be buying it off of hype, but they also might be buying it because they're learning more about it, like watching my videos, and boom, they go and invest in something that they actually learned about, that they understand, that they see future potential with, and there you go. A lot of people are actually jumping on the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, the Litecoin, the Dogecoin, kinda, the cardio, all the ones we talked about before. They're jumping on the bandwagon. It's not even a bandwagon. If you know something, if you understand something, if you do some research on something, especially all these cryptos, you would actually know how valuable they are and how valuable they can be in 20 years from now, 10 years, even 5 years from now. These things can really change the world. And let's not even get started on NFTs, but that's a whole separate discussion and a whole separate video. Either way, Square owns just over $200 million worth of Bitcoin, and they also just announced that they're actually opening their own bank. They're allowed to operate their own bank. They got the go ahead to do that. So now Square can actually be a full-blown bank like Bank of America, like Ally Bank, like what? M&T Bank. I think that's only in Maryland. Is that only in Maryland? I wonder. Not sure. But yeah, they can be an official bank now, which is pretty cool, pretty big news, and pretty good news, to be completely honest. So Square is that one. Let's go on to the next. My fifth stock on this list is ticker symbol BLOK, or Block, or Amplified Transformational Data Sharing ETF. I've mentioned ETFs on the channel before, but overall ETF stands for Exchange Traded Fund, and basically what an ETF is it's just a whole bunch of stocks put into one single stock. So instead of investing in Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, all those might be bundled into one single stock, and then you can just go put your money in that ETF, and you'll basically have your money covered in all three of those stocks without you having to actually go out and buy all three of those stocks separately. So an ETF basically is just a bundle deal, I guess you could say, of all those stocks. It puts it all into one for you. You might not get as much gains, but you also won't suffer as much losses. So of course, when you go and invest in Block, you're overall investing in the entire crypto game. Block holds positions in almost every single stock that I'll mention in this video previously, and the ones that are coming up, as well as a couple others like Grayscale Bitcoin, Nvidia, Visa, and Oracle. As I mentioned before, if you want to be diverse, if you want to be invested in all these different stocks and you don't want to suffer those huge losses or possibly make those huge gains from just investing in one and making a lot of money or losing a lot of money, then go put your money in Block. That basically covers you in far as the whole crypto market. So you go ahead, you have fun with that, and that'll be all good there. So go get yourself some Block. I have about 12 shares of Block. I already doubled my money on an option on Block, and I plan to possibly do it again. You know, once this market gets right. Actually, today was a good day in the stock market. I'm up over $1,000. So once the market gets right, which is looking like it is right now, we'll have to wait another week or so to really find out, are we okay? But once it's right, best believe I'm hopping back on some more Block options because it's just solid, and I see crypto only going up in the future, so why not? Only buy long-term options now, by the way, if you're wondering, because yeah, I'm not trying to lose any money. So long-term options only, unless I really know I can make some money in the short term, but overall long-term options for me only. But that's besides the point. Separate video. Either way, let's move on to the final 5. They're all basically related, but it's 2 of them that are actually on top of their game, and 3 of them, yeah, 3 that could be coming up next. Ticker symbol RIOT, RIOT, and ticker symbol MARA, MARA. RIOT and MARA are both Bitcoin mining companies. Yes, you can actually go in online and basically mine cryptocurrency. If you don't have a pretty powerful rig like something I have behind me, and even then it's powerful, but it's not that powerful enough to really mine Bitcoin. It could, but it would take me a long time, maybe about 4 years for me to get anything worth of Bitcoin basically. Regardless, if you have the powerful enough rig, then you can go in and mine yourself, but that's what these companies do exactly, and they have really powerful, really expensive equipment that does just that. Funny enough, both of these stocks actually popped off at the same time. They're both up over 4,000% on the year chart, which is quite insane. Imagine putting $100 in last year and getting a 4,000% return on your $100. So Riot right now has over 11,000 Bitcoin miners, and they ordered another 26,000 more. Mara has over 6,000 Bitcoin miners, and they ordered another 96,000 more. Overall though, both of these companies basically have no moat, so what they really just do is they mine Bitcoin, they make the money off Bitcoin, they go and sell it and take the profits. That's basically it. That's their whole thing. They don't really do too much else, so take that at your own risk. Invest in something like that if you really want to, because you got to think about it. If Bitcoin ever does crash and stay down for years, or just the price stays stagnant for years, then these companies really don't make any money. I mean, they'll have more Bitcoin, sure, that they can go and sell, but if Bitcoin's going down or if it just stays stagnant, then it's not really any reason to go and sell, and they still had to pay for all this equipment on top of paying for all the electricity to keep all these computers running to go and mine even more, which costs more money, which means more loans for them. So overall, it's not really the best business model, to be completely honest, especially if Bitcoin isn't soaring, but right now it is, and over the short term and the long term, I do think it will, so these companies will probably be okay. So, invest in what you will. Up to you. The last three stocks are actually just smaller RIOTs or Maras. They are all in that decentralized finance space, so if you're interested in that, then you can invest in these as well, because they are cheaper than RIOT and Mara right now as well. Those three are ticker symbol CAN, ticker symbol SOS, as well as ticker symbol EBON. As I mentioned before, the same thing pretty much stands with this. Overall, they're just Bitcoin miners. They could be more in the future, but right now they're just Bitcoin miners. That's how they make their money. And they are also currently on a smaller scale compared to RIOT and Mara. So just like that, we're done the video. We got 10 different Bitcoin stocks that you could actually go and invest in that are related to Bitcoin in some sense, not related as much in other sense, but overall to the great aspect of things, cryptocurrency as a whole, it's got you covered as far as basically almost all of these single stocks. So if you want to jump in, you want to go and invest in some block and get yourself an ETF so you don't have to worry about the hassles of everything, or if you want to go and just take more of a risk and get some SOS or some EBON or some CAN, then go and do that as well, because you can make a lot of money from that. Maybe you could be up 4,000% next year. Have no idea. We'll only find out, because we'll only have to just wait and see what Bitcoin does. And honestly, like I said before, I still believe Bitcoin will hit at least 100,000 this year, way past that, to be honest. But we're just gonna ride. Let's just run with 100,000 for right now. Let's start off with 100,000. And then we'll just change our outlook as the year goes on. But that's kind of it for this video. If you enjoyed, if you have any more Bitcoin questions or Bitcoin stocks, make sure you drop them down below in the comment section. If you want me to talk about anything else on the channel other than investing, saving money, budgeting, credit cards, all that kind of good stuff, I talk about it all here. But if you want me to talk about anything else, let me know down in the comment section below. And that's kind of it. Make sure you hit the like on this video if you like it. Make sure you subscribe to see more videos like this. And yeah, I'm still working on that one video. It's going to be fire. The B-roll is fire. So yeah, That's it, guys. I'm out. Take care. Thank you for watching this video. As always, Dollar Mike. Peace.